There's a strange kind of loneliness that doesn't come from being alone. It comes from being surrounded. You can be in a room full of people who like you, talking to friends who care about you, and still feel completely unseen. This is the paradox. You crave connection, but you avoid it. You want someone to understand you, but the thought of being truly known terrifies you. You're not antisocial because you hate people. You're antisocial because people have, in some way, hurt the part of you that used to reach out first. Today we're going to unpack this paradox, why it happens, what it's protecting you from, and how to slowly, carefully, let it go. Let's be clear about what this isn't. This isn't introversion. Introverts recharge alone, but they don't necessarily fear connection. Antisocial loneliness is different. It's wanting closeness, while simultaneously building walls against it. It's saying, "I'm fine alone," while quietly aching for someone to check on you. It's canceling plans you were looking forward to. It's leaving messages on read for days, not because you don't care, but because responding feels like exposure. This contradiction confuses people. Friends think you don't care. Family thinks you're cold. But the truth is the opposite. You care so much that connection feels dangerous. Because somewhere along the way, you learned that being close to people means eventually being disappointed, misunderstood, or hurt by them. So your mind made a trade, less connection, in exchange for less risk. No one is born this way. This is learned. Maybe you grew up in a home where emotions weren't safe to express. Maybe you opened up once, and it was used against you. Maybe you were the dependable one, the strong one, the one who listened to everyone else's problems, but never had space for your own. Or maybe it was simpler than that. Maybe you got tired of being the one who always reached out first, while no one reached back. Whatever the origin, your mind drew a conclusion. It's safer to need less. This is what psychologists sometimes call a protective adaptation. It's not weakness. It's intelligence. Your mind found a way to keep you safe from repeated pain. The problem is, the protection that once saved you, now isolates you. What once shielded a wound has become a wall around your whole life. Here's the part most people don't talk about. Withdrawing from people doesn't remove the need for connection. It just buries it. And buried needs don't disappear. They show up sideways, in irritability, in numbness, in late-night loneliness that hits you out of nowhere, even though you spent all day insisting you were fine alone. The Stoics understood something important here. Epictetus taught that we suffer not from events, but from the meaning we attach to them. If you've decided that needing people equals weakness, or that closeness always ends in pain, you will keep proving yourself right, not because it's true, but because you stopped testing it. Avoidance feels like safety, but it's actually a slow erosion. Each canceled plan, each unanswered message, each "I'm okay, you don't mean" adds another brick to the wall. And one day, you look up, and the wall is taller than you intended. A lot of advice about loneliness says, just go out more, just talk to people, just put yourself out there. This advice isn't wrong, but it's incomplete. Because the issue isn't a lack of opportunity. It's a nervous system that has been trained to treat closeness as a threat. You can attend a party and still feel braced for impact. You can be mid-conversation and still be quietly calculating an exit. This isn't something you can will away with motivation. It has to be retrained, slowly, through small repeated evidence that closeness can be safe. This means letting one person see you a little more than usual and surviving it, responding honestly instead of performing "I'm fine" even once, staying 5 more minutes in a conversation that feels vulnerable instead of retreating. These are small acts, but they are the only way the nervous system updates its old conclusion, not through willpower, through repetition. Marcus Aurelius wrote that we should treat each obstacle as material for growth, not as an enemy to defeat. Your withdrawal isn't your enemy. It's a messenger. Every time you feel the urge to disappear from people who care about you, that urge is pointing at something. An old wound, an old fear, a part of you still waiting to be addressed. Instead of fighting the withdrawal, get curious about it. Ask, what am I afraid will happen if I let this person closer? What did closeness cost me before? Is that still true today, with this person, in this moment? Often, the answer is no. The danger was real once, but it isn't here now. You are not broken for wanting distance. You adapted to survive something, but survival mode was never meant to be a permanent home. At some point, the same mind that built the walls has to be the one to take them down, brick by brick, person by person, moment by moment, not all at once, not recklessly, just one honest conversation, one unguarded moment, one time you let someone see the truth instead of the performance. The paradox of antisocial loneliness is this: the cure for the isolation you built to protect yourself is the very connection you've been avoiding. So today, pick one person. Send a message you've been avoiding. Stay in the conversation a little longer than feels comfortable. Let yourself be seen, even just a little, because the wall that kept you safe is the same wall keeping you alone, and only you can decide it's time to let it down.